Ain't nobody in there. That's crazy as fuck, dog. Crazy. That's crazy as good, dog. Okay, okay, okay. Let's see. We can get this up here. See, Bush just popped out too. Pop out, Bush. Pop out, Bush. Talk to him. You figure deal me? Bush popping out talking to him. Oh, I gotta get my there it is. Gotta make sure that right there is popping up. Santino is in the building. I'm talking about that man. That young get early. I'm talking about he early. I'm talking about Santino just like he don't pop out and show figures. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, Santino, I see you, bruh. Brock is in the building. Brock is in the building. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know how we do. Don't come in people's house without speaking. You know. We do what we do right here. It's gonna be one of them days. Might be one of them Sundays. Might be one of them Sundays I hit on this doggone one of these parlays. And you know, get to being all right. Hopefully it's one of them days. You figure it? If it's one of them days, boy, we gonna talk about something in a minute before we get to popping off with this game. Because y'all know they've been acting crazy all week. They've been real loud with it too. Man, it's just been absolutely freaking ridiculous. I mean, some of the worst takes I've heard all week about the Browns, about Shedeur, about everything. You know, but it's just crazy. It's just crazy. But we gonna see. This right here gonna be a game though. It's gonna be a game right here. And Jameis, there he go. There he go. Acting crazy already. Just acting crazy. All I'm saying is, I'm gonna let Jameis tell you. You figured it out. Hold on a minute. Let me let Jameis tell you.
Another obstacle. So, and now he has to overcome another obstacle. So I'm going to support him. I'm going to lift him up, and I'm going to be there for him because I see the way he fights. I see the way that he works, and I know who he is as a person and as an NFL quarterback. And that's all I have to say to address him. And now he has to overcome another obstacle.
You figured it out. That's all he got to say to address him. You know what I'm saying? Jameis Winston said that's all he got to say to address him. He ain't got to say nothing else. You just got to give a big shout out to the CU aunties because they in the building. And if you see the CU aunties in the building, make sure you say what's up. Because we support the CU aunties the same way they come through here and hang out and support us. As always, you know what I'm saying? So when you see a CU auntie in the chat or in the comment section, most definitely pay some respects and say what's up. And most of all, be respectful. Big shout out to the CU auntie. All I'm saying is, all this week, all we've heard is about this coaching change, right? We heard about this coaching change. And this coaching change is inevitable. It's has to happen. But when you're talking about old heads like Bill Belichick, Mike McCarthy, doggone Raiders quarterback, suspended dude, him. No, we're not trying to bring them old ass dudes back into the league. Why? What is Bill Belichick gonna do for anybody's football team? Not just the Cleveland Browns. We talking about anybody's football team. All we heard all week was when they replaced the coach, who they gonna get? Is it gonna be Bill Belichick? No. Is it gonna be Mike McCarthy? No. For what? Why would you want to do that? Why would anybody want to bring those old, unrelatable ass dudes into your building when they have such a young franchise, such a young team, such a bunch of young players ready to play? Yeah, John Gruden. Why would you want to do that? That makes no sense. You need to be going to Seattle, talking to their defensive coordinator. You need to be going to San Francisco, talking to their defensive coordinator. You need to be talking to Antonio Pierce and trying to get him in the building. These younger coaches are where you need to be trying to go. You don't need to be trying to go get these old heads that's stuck in their ways, and there is no way in the God's given green earth that they gonna change in any kind of way. They still think shit's supposed to be done like it was done in the 80s. We're not doing that. You need new blood. You need young blood. You need people that's going to be able to adapt, people that's going to be able to relate. Those are the coaches you need. Does this man need to go? Yes, he needs to go because he doesn't have the team or any of these quarterbacks' best interests at heart. This whole season has been Kevin Stefanski being selfish, trying to do things his way, not for the best interest of the team, not putting the best players on the field. That hasn't been his thing. He hasn't done it at all. He had one agenda, was to get his point across, was to make sure that everybody knew that he drafted Dylan Gabriel and he was going to play Dylan Gabriel no matter what. If Dylan Gabriel hadn't got hurt, you wouldn't have seen Shedeur until last week. Would have been his first game on the field against the Bears because they had already given you the plan. Dylan Gabriel's going to play. Shedeur's going to play the last 4 games of the season. If Dylan Gabriel hadn't got hurt, you wouldn't have seen Shedeur until the Chicago Bears game. It would have been his first time on the field. It would have been his first time with first team reps. That would have been his first time throwing to Jerry Jeudy or any damn body else. And Caleb Williams is in his bag right about now. It ain't just they playing that whole entire squad is playing like freaking go-getters. And right now, Cleveland defense don't have that. Cleveland offense don't have that. We don't know what offense or defense you're going to get today against the Buffalo Bills. Hell, you don't even know what starting lineup you're going to get against the Buffalo Bills. You might not have 0 linemen that just started the season on the front line today. You might have a bunch of twos and a couple of practice team players that they done moved up to the 53-man roster. You don't know what you're going to get today. Because Kevin Stefanski called himself is grading players right now. No. You got a rookie quarterback on the field. You need all your starters on the field. You finna play a playoff team. And you telling me that you're not going to put your best on the field? You want to evaluate players? And you telling me you need to be coaching this team next year with all of these draft picks they got, with all the potential they have to pick up offensive linemen, wide receivers, and linebackers? No. That's what you need. I don't know what they're going to do. But what I do know is Bill Belichick and John Gruden and Mike McCarthy don't need to be on nobody's rehire list when it comes to this football. They want to be a part of the staff? Yes. Head coach? No. No way possible. Why would you put your team through that type of detriment? Bill Belichick can barely walk. John Gruden's an entertainer. He's been out of football forever. You don't even know if Roger Goodell will let him back in the league to coach, let alone head coach. It's any job. Is he able to get in the NFL is the question. What you need to be doing is trying to go younger at your head coaching position. Because this team is going to be young. It's going to be almost 60% rookies next year. 60 rookies, which is ridiculous. Cleveland will have a young ass team next year. But all those draft picks, what do they got? 11, 12 draft picks this year alone? You're talking a bunch of rookies on this team getting ready to take the field against a playoff team, a Super Bowl contending team, and you're not going to put your best foot forward. How does Kevin Stefanski remain employed at this point in time in this junction? We've seen his intentions, and they are not good by no means possible. So how and why would you even do something of that nature? I didn't even bring my water in here. Yeah, this is crazy, man. But we getting ready to get down with the get down. I don't know about y'all, but it's finna go hard. All I know is hold on a minute. There we go. Let me get him up out of here real quick because we not doing that stupid shit. We is not doing stupid crap today. All I know is it's about to go down. Like I've been told you. If they would have started Shedeur earlier in the season, you would have had a Sunday night game, a Monday night game, and a Thursday night game. You'd have had more than 4 or 5 wins already, and your season wouldn't have been looking like complete trash. But Kevin Stefanski was hard-headed and wanted to do things his way. And hopefully it cost him his job. Because we're not trying to do that. All we know is Deion Sanders is in the building to watch Shedeur today. And y'all know when his daddy's in the building, he's going to show out. Hopefully, you can get this run game going today. And you'll get a better offensive output if the run game can get going. What's up, Roger? You'll get a better output once the run game is going. And if Shedeur can use his legs just a little bit more, you'll be able to open up the passing game a whole lot more. Because now they got to play honest. Because they got to stay back. They can't blitz all day. They can't stack the box all day. They can't do all the stupid shit that all these other 3-4 teams been doing the last couple of weeks. But Kevin Stefanski and his old ass outdated offense has to go. This offense is bad. The offensive plays that they are running are bad. They are just old and outdated. They need to be updated. Jerry Jeudy need to be moved to the slot so he will be more functional in his offense. There's a lot of things that need to change, but they haven't done it. They have not made any adjustments all season. They can't adapt. They can't do nothing. And as a head coach, if you can't adapt during the game at halftime and just completely change up what you thought you were going to do, you don't need to be a head coach. It's just like being a general going into war. You have to be able to change this shit. What up, Clyde? What's going on, man? All I'm saying is it's a lot of stuff that has to change with this offense in order for it to be productive. No, Jerry just need to be moved to the slot, dog. If you move Jerry to the slot, he becomes twice as productive as he is right now. Because then he becomes an absolute threat. I mean, a complete threat. Because now you got to worry about him on slants. Now you got to worry about him on deep posts. You have to worry about him 3 times as much in he need to be there. He need to come out of that X position or the Y, whichever one he playing. He need to come out of there. He need to put his ass right there in the slot and say, hey, we need you to go get it. He can get 20, about 15, 20 targets if he playing in the slot. Because now he playing in the slot, 9 times out of 10, he going to be covered by a linebacker. If you get him in the slot, he can get busy. Because now he going to get more linebacker coverage than anything. Just put him over there and let him do this work. But Kevin Stefanski, you got to let him stay at the number 1. Just put him over there. Just put him over there. It changes the offense up. It changes how the defense has to play. See, that's the thing. Just because you move Jerry to the slot, that means the defense has to adjust. It's a cat and mouse game. You have to put him in the slot. I ain't saying put him in the slot the whole game, but every now and then you got to say, hey, get over here and do this. So now your defense, wasn't never planning for Jerry to be in the slot. They ain't never seen Jerry in the slot like that. So that's a whole new wrinkle to the offense. So when Jerry come out there and hit the slot, now you got slants open, you got deep post open, you got routes across the middle open, you got all that opens up a whole that stop that zone shit. See, now you playing zone and Jerry's in the slot. He sits in the middle of your zone, and we already know Shedeur can get the ball there. It's just different things that you can do and move people around in this offense to make the defense think about how they're going to play you. And that's something that the Browns haven't done all season. Kevin Stefanski has really shit the bed. I didn't turn this PlayStation off. When it comes to getting prepared, pull up this YouTube TV. Get this thing popping. Y'all know how we finna get down. We finna get the YouTubables popping off. All I'm saying is, it's a lot of stuff that can change if where we at? I don't think this one gonna be on national TV today. So we got the Chargers and the Cowboys. You know, them boys playing at noon. Oh, they on CBS today. They on national TV. The only games that ain't been on national TV is when Shedeur has been playing. They ain't had a nationally televised game all year. But there's a difference. When you got 12, you know what I'm saying? When you got 12 in your backfield, then you can do the doggone thing. Now you nationally televised, you know what I'm saying? But all we know, Santino, that we finna watch the get down. You know what I'm saying? That's what we know. We gonna watch it happen. We gonna see who about that life. His daddy is in the building today. Miles need 1 sack to get the record, need 2 to break it. So the defense might step up today. But we gonna see who's gonna do what. Because now the Bills still need to win this game. They still need to win this game. You know. And see how long they can hold off Joey Bosa. Because Bosa is a beast. He coming hard all day. Who's gonna be on that right side to hold Bosa off? It's a lot, man. It's a lot. Only thing they gotta do is play the game. If they make the right adjustments, Shedeur gonna play a whole lot different today. I'm just telling you, he gonna play a whole lot different. He's still gonna hit some of them deep ones, but it's gonna be a lot different. Santino, we ain't studying you, man. Don't you start that mess today. We know you gonna be acting up and acting crazy. I ain't mad at you though. You know how we get down. Me and you all day every day. I'm gonna let you say them things you gotta say. But we got a few minutes before the game take off. And then we gonna see. Because it's gonna be some trash talking. It's gonna be some crazy talk. You just want to see a complete game. The win at this point don't matter. It's how the game is played. You know what I'm saying? It's really how the game is played. My boy Bushy is live. I'm typing in G Bush chat. I'm just typing off in G Bush's chat, see what's popping,
In the Rams game. Grocery men blocking, tomato can receiving. That's one of the things that's going to happen. And I tell people all the time when we do UCSS or do other shows, listen, guys, this ain't going to be, all hunky-dory. It's not going to be all roses and cherries and strawberries, man. We playing at the end of the year. It's a long season. They've been playing since it's been hot outside. It's cold and about to be Christmas, and they still playing. Guys are injured up front. But here's where you make your legends. Here's where you make your hay in the league. When all the chips is down and everything's stacked against you, that's how you prove that you're a franchise quarterback. And I wouldn't want to know other way. Grand YouTube channel, 6389. This really 12 off-season and training camp opportunities he never got. He's showing flashes of a franchise quarterback. Totally agreed. He's getting his reps. These is the reps. And by the way, you can't substitute these reps. These reps are pivotal. They're against playoff teams that want to do something the next 3 weeks, against the Bills, against the Steelers, coming up against the Bengals. I don't care what nobody say. People try to move the goalposts. This is all for football people. These reps are these reps are worth their weight in gold. And so you're going to get an opportunity to prove yourself. When I was in college, we had games at the end of the season against big teams and teams like that. I always look forward to those games because it gives you a nice soundboard. It gives you a nice barometer of where you are and how you need to move. And I want to see what it looks like under pressure, and I want to see it against the best. Saying so, thank you for becoming a member, my brother. We appreciate you. I hope Miles breaks the sack record today. It'll be interesting how the Browns look against the Bills defense that has been inconsistent due to defensive line injuries. Go Browns, have always saying so, been holding it down for a long time. We appreciate you guys. 101, it is time to get ready to get this thing kicked off. Y'all still got some time to go out there, get you a little cup of coffee, get you some water. I'm dug in. I got my water. I got my Kool-Aid Mafia. We drinking the Kool-Aid. and we're ready to get this thing kicked off right before. What a better way if we can get delivered a win today. What a way to get a surprise we didn't even think we was going to get from the Cleveland Browns today. Let's get ready to buckle in. We appreciate you pulling up for the barbershop. We appreciate you pulling up and watching it with us in the watch party. Let's get it going. Browns versus Bills. Let's go. Yeah. We want to see it early. Early. We want to see it early. That's what we're looking for. Let me take a look around in NFL a little bit. Let me look at some other. Let me see what the slate of games looking like. Give me the full scoreboard. Yeah, here we go. Dang, I didn't ask for all that though.
All right, y'all ready? Time to get Bush off the screen.
They ain't kicked off yet. So
time to get
coming
Bush
up
off the
today,
screen. Y'all already know how we do this. Oh, y'all seen all them super chats. You would be getting them, boy. You know what I gotta put up? I gotta get the ESPN tracker up. Got the ESPN stat tracker up. Y'all know how we get down. We got the Shedeur action. Browns got the ball. 1st and 10 from the 31. Here we go. Quick screen out to Quinshawn. Quick screen out to Quinshawn. Get it popping. This is how we gonna do it today. Well, see, that's what you want. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want. You want that popping off. Everybody got the game up or what? It's nationally televised. Who got blacked out? I knew they were gonna start. Who got blacked out? Third. He just ran for like 3. We got 3rd and a half a yard. 3rd and a half a yard. Let's run this thing. While we in shotgun. All right, they got the first down. Y'all ready for me to put the game cast up? I'll put the game cast up. I'll put the game cast up. That's what we need. That's what you need right there. You need to be able to get them first downs. You know what I'm saying? We'll put the game cast up so everybody can see it. There you go, Shedeur. The quick dump off. Quick dump off. Caught the blitz coming. That's how you do it. I told y'all they're going to play a little different today. Shedeur going to play. His daddy is in the building. He play different when Prime watch. That's how a rookie get a first down right there. That's how a rookie get a first down right there. See what we got? What we got is them. Oh, that's right. We got the end around. Corley. Isaiah Bond and Corley with the end around. That's what I'm talking about. Just getting away. That's what all he got to do. He doing his job. See, just move the ball. But see, the thing is with the Browns, after these first 15 plays, then what? That's been the problem all season. After your initial drive, after your initial drive, you get the ball, then what? First pass to Jerry Jeudy, complete. Jerry Jeudy caught his first pass. That's what we talking about. Jerry Jeudy caught his first pass, got him involved in the game. First down, Quinshawn run for about 4. That's matriculating the ball down the field, not doing too much, not trying to go too big. That's what you need. You need that soft ball play. You need that easy. 1st and 10. They in the red zone already. 1st and 10. From the what? The 13. Touchdown. Shedeur. Touchdown. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Touchdown. Let's get it. On the opening drive. That's all you need. Look at the wheels. That's what I'm talking about. 1st down. Touchdown. Let go. Harold Fanning Jr., Shedeur Sanders. Put points on the board. That's what you call a sexy drive. That's what you need, a sexy drive. See, now they got to respect the run. They got to respect the pass. They got to respect the play action. Now, y'all can't be doing all that blitzing and shit. Touchdown. First drive, opening drive, 7 points. Points on the board. Drive out of the field. Do what you do. That's what you need right there. That's how you play football. You ain't do the same play over and over and over again. But the question is, what do they do after the opening drive? Because we already know those plays were scripted. That's what we was going to do coming down the field. Now, the rest of the game ain't scripted. How you going to do it? How you going to react when you ain't got no scripted plays? How is your play called? Who calling the plays is the question. That's another question. Who calling the plays? Y'all didn't put your wrist up. Y'all didn't put the 12s in the chat. Put the 12s in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Put the 12s in the chat. Now, it's time for Miles to do his big boy thing. We got to let Miles do his big boy thing and go on and get his sacks. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Now it's time for Miles to do his doggone thing. Go and get this sack record out the way real early, and then they can settle down and play football. Now, if you don't win this game today, I don't want to hear nothing else from nobody on the doggone internet. Period. You can't even talk to me after a W versus a Super Bowl contending team. But we ain't talking about the win. We talking about these first 15 after they got down. They drove down the field smooth, no incomplete passes, no bad run plays. Everything was productive. Everything was moving forward. Everything was just football. The question is, how you gonna play football the rest of the way? Is you gonna do stupid shit or you gonna play football? I still need to know who calling plays. Is it Kevin Stefanski or is it Tommy Reed? All I'm saying, Shedeur is Timothy. He went straight down the field, put some points on the board. That's what you want to see. Hell, the New York Jets went down the field and put 3 points up. The Jets over New Orleans 3-0. Minnesota over the Giants 3-0. Carolina over Tampa Bay 3-0. Shedeur, Dallas just scored a touchdown. That's what I'm talking about. Where them boys at? KJ is in the building. Jab is in the field. I seen y'all over there in G. Bush's chat too. I seen y'all over there. Ain't mad at you. My boy, we was over there for a little while too. We go visit and hang out. That's my partner. You can't do this. We wanted to do this together, but we can't do this together. You know. I don't know what would have been going down if it had been me and G. Bush. It would have been going crazy if it was me and G. Y'all know it would have been some real live talk going on. All I know is, what's up, Richie? All we know is how they gonna get down. That's what I'm saying. Miles need to go and get his sacks and get them out the way early so the defense can settle down. Because they trying to get his sack right. And that's what you can't let happen. You can't let Cook. Because he's been cooking folks all season. You can't let Cook get busy. Because he going to be busy. Y'all got to call them holding penalties too, ref. That's all I'm saying. That we already know they're going to run the ball a lot. They're going to run the ball a lot. Let me put it back on the screen for y'all so y'all can see. My bad. Buffalo going to run the ball a lot. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't let Cook. He out there cooking. Which is going to make you successful. Which is going to make it easy for them to run play action and hit you deep. All I'm saying is they're going to have to. They're going to have to stop the run. You got to stop the run so Miles can get healed. You got to stop the run so Miles can get healed. If you don't stop the run, then Miles can't get healed. Because then they just going to run the ball all day. They ain't going to be dropping back. We ain't got no Denzel Ward in the game today because he ain't playing. So Cleveland's best DB is not even in the game. But you got to slow this run game down to make them play one dimension. You got to get them off the field. They playing man. You got to get them off the field. How y'all can't let this man go like this? Touchdown. They can't stop him. 44-yard touchdown run. Y'all got to stop the man. 44 yards. James Cook is cooking. Missing tackles. Schlesinger overran the play. Y'all okay? That's what I'm saying. You got to stop the run, dog. If you don't stop the run, I'm going to do this all day. Just give him the ball. Now, your offense start out and put points on the board. Your defense got to help you out. The defense got to help you out. That's all I'm saying. The defense got to help you out. Well, that's one. That's one out the way on my fantasy. Well, that's two out the way because Shedeur got to throw one more touchdown. Because I got Shedeur with 1.5 touchdowns. More than 1.5. You know what I'm saying? Defense got to help. If the defense ain't helping, then it make it you playing backwards. If the defense not helping, you playing backwards. You're not being able to do what's needed to be done. You know what I'm saying? You can't get them off the field. You didn't even get them on third down in that drive. You know, it's just you got to stop the run. Cook is one of the best backs in the league this season, but you got to get him off the field. In order for you to have a chance, just a chance, you got to get some stops. Now, you can think after your offense come out and score on your initial drive, your defense come out hype, trying to do something, ready to maintain this lead, ready to hold it down for the offense. But the defense come out here and boo-boo on the step. They went down here and peed down their leg. Ain't did nothing to stop nothing. They got man running up holes big enough for me to drive my 18 wheeler through. You have to play the game. Right, Jab? Not one stop. Not 1 second down. That entire drive. The question is, now how do you respond? Which I assume they're going to do all right. They're going to respond. But the defense just let you down like that. Just completely sold you out. You got a big old hole. Okay, here we go. On the 37-yard line. Offense is coming back on the field. Now, can you match what you did the first drive, this drive? I'll share that out. I need to get them right. Y'all hold on. I get me some up on it. Took the cushion out. I had to put the cushion back in. I can get me some leverage. But they're gonna have to how we running this? Yeah, Junkins, you can't run sideways. You can't run sideways. You gotta get up the field. What now? Can we move the ball the same way you did last time? What? Now you're not running. See, now they was expecting run on first down because that's what you've been doing the last 3-4 games. Run, pass. Run, pass. Run, pass. See, now you can get a pass on first down. They say, hold on. They ain't doing that thing no more. Now they got you doing other stuff. Oh, Quinshon got a hole. Quinshon got a hole. He couldn't go. Hold on to the ball, Quinshon. That's what you need right there. That's what you need right there. Running the football. Big old hole. Oh, man, now you got a holding call on the offense. That's ridiculous. All that come back. All that come back. All that come back. All that come back. 40 yards worth of running coming all the way back. That's all right. Don't apologize. My bad, fellas. That's on me. You got the center holding, but now you got to do it again. How's the second and 15? But it's you see this? They showing the week one starting lineup. Dwan Jones, Joe Antonio, Poachie, Teller, Zach Conklin. Ain't none of them mugs playing today. Not none of them. Who hurt? You got a man down. You got a man down. Man down, coach. All right, we got him back up on all the field. Shaq Thomas. Big Shaq and that. Shaq was all right when he was in Washington, though. Shaq was that boy. Shaq was that dude. But he been getting kind of hurt every now and then. He got hurt trying to tackle Harold Fanning Jr. Oh, let me put this thing back up so y'all can see what's popping. Everybody, we got 3rd and 12. Got the screen. Go. That's all right. Yeah, we call them slipping. That's what I'm talking about. Catch them slipping. 3rd and 12, you get over 20 because you catch them slipping on the screen. You know they come. They need to teach them linemen how to block. They weren't supposed to come free on their right side, on their left side. That man came through there untouched. That can't keep happening. You keep missing blocks. They did cross the 50 on the 48. We got to end around 40. That's what I'm talking about. Now we shaking it up. See, they can play different offensive plays every time. That's what I'm talking about. That's what you need. You got to keep the defense guessing. You got to keep them guessing. That's what I'm talking about. They moving the ball. Moving the ball with good intentions. Not calling stupid plays. You calling good plays. Not calling freaking Winshaw on the right side up there he got 5 times in a row. We playing different football now. Playing intentional football. Going deep. Throw it there, Shedeur. Winshaw lost about 5 yards. Winshaw lost about 5 yards. So you can't run backwards and then go sideways. Okay, we got a first down. We got a penalty holding on the Buffalo Bills. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we need. That's what's going on. That's matriculating the ball down the field. Same thing we've been talking about all week. Just moving the ball. He got about 3 yards. He got 2 to 3. So, he ain't doing what he been doing. Damn, y'all let the Cowboys somebody score. 7-7. And y'all got to get the Chargers off the field. We can't have that type of action. All I'm saying is, here we go. 2nd and 8. This is where the play action come in. Oh, Lord. Everybody just jumping off. Everybody move at the same time. False start. This is what you can't have. This is what you can't have. See, this is what hurt you last week on your opening drive. You come out and get it covered. You can't start with the penalty right now. You at least could have saved the penalty to the second quarter. But everybody, they're a little bit anxious. 2nd and 13. They stay in the house. Oh my God, hit Quinshawn in the chest. Interception. Hit Quinshawn in the chest with the ball. Hit Quinshawn in the chest. You gotta catch the ball, man. You gotta. If you touch your hands, you gotta catch it. That's the rule. The rules: if you touch the ball, you gotta catch. But they throw a pick. So I don't know how they come back for that. Now you need your defense to go out here and get a stop. Because if we need the defense to go out here and get you the ball back. Because you was moving the ball and you can't get down on it. So okay, we threw the it's over with. Let's go back to work. Go in there, huddle up, watch, look on the iPad. Not the iPad. Nobody use Apple products. But that's what I want. But you go down here and you look at the doggone tablet, Microsoft Surface. And you read through it. Okay, this is what happened, this is what happened. Make sure you gotta catch that ball. It's a little bit behind you, but it hit you in the hands. You saw it. So let's see what he's talking about. They take one, he expected him to stick and he kept running. Yeah. Well, it is what it is. Does Stefanski ever call a timeout? Even I think they need to regroup. Man, we already know Stefanski don't know how to use this timeout. He used timeout at the wrong time every week. When you need a timeout, he don't ever call. So we can't trust Kevin Stefanski to do the right thing because he ain't done the right thing all season. So why would we expect him to do the right thing now? Kevin Stefanski hasn't done his job up to par all season. So I don't think he's going to start right now. Continue to look at stuff. We back. Defense on the field. This first play they're going to come out with, I bet you it's a play action. I would. I come out with a play action all the time. Okay, they ran the ball. They got the stop. That's what you need. You need two more of them. He got to throw it over the defender. He can't throw it low in front of him, and it's a defender right there. He got to throw at the window he got. He hit him with the ball. Y'all just letting y'all beat y'all apart. You can't let that thing happen. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gotta do better. But and two setback penalties, they needed a timeout. Yeah, they did, but you know, Kevin ain't that great. He got all that Ivy League education. Tackle the man. These people ain't making no tackles, dog. Y'all just letting this man just sprint out to the right and just make completion after completion. That play action. That play action. That play action. You gotta be able to stop. You gotta be able to, but see, they didn't hit him with two big run plays. So now the play action gonna be easy to run because in time he looked like he had to fall off. Miles. They just, you see how that running back was blocking that linebacker in the backfield? Watch on this replay. Watch. No, they ain't gonna show it. They ain't gonna show it. Running back was blocking that offensive lineman like he was a little boy. He was just hitting him, just keeping him off his quarterback. That's what you need. That's why you got all day to throw the ball. They can't keep missing these tackles. They can't keep having these bad blocks. They can't keep getting blocked. It's crazy. They gonna have to do that. That's all I know. They talk about how much time Allen got, but when Shedeur back there with that time, they act like he need to hurry up and throw. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They just do it to be doing it. Let me see what he's talking about. I know he over there talking crazy too.
Young guy. You know, those are the things that are gonna keep you from scoring. But it's a long football game, and you got to come back and make amends for it, make plays. Let's see. Let's get to the super chats. Oops, sorry. All right, he said, right here. I see Judy sitting right next to 12 on the bench. Come on, D. Defense. This defense. It's looking regular. It's looking real regular right now, especially on stops. Right now, you know what I've been noticing with the defense? I've been noticing this a lot lately. I've been noticing that on their scripted series, where they, usually they script about 15, 20 plays or so. On their scripted series, they've been running the Browns sideline to sideline. They've been turning them any way, which way but loose. Lots of boot actions, lots of reverses, lots of, misdirection stuff. And what that does is that's a psychological game because what it does is slows your rush down. I think they're doing that to slow Myles Garrett so that he's not able to run upfield and to really just sink his teeth into stopping and getting after quarterbacks. And I think that's a part of what they're doing. You see a lot of tight end action. This looks like a lot like the game plan that the Bears had. And moving sideline to sideline, if you're not getting penetration in the middle, it's putting your linebackers in an area where it's kind of tough to deal with. 80 rush yards, 118 total yards. Bills have been, dominating on the run, on the ground, 2nd and 5. Good tackle there. 3rd and 2 coming up.
All right.
3rd and 2 coming up.
All right. My bad. I had to go use the restroom and get my stuff together. All right, 3rd and 2. Here we go. 3rd and 2. Here we go. He gonna run the ball. He gonna run the. Why y'all don't know Josh Allen gonna run the ball? How do they not know that Josh Allen was gonna run the ball? It's tried and true that he was gonna run the ball. He like Lamar Jackson with that type of short yard. Oh Lord. Don't twist him forward. Pull him backwards. Somebody get some tackles around him. We need some stops. We need plenty of stops. That's a touchdown. Boy, that was almost a touchdown. They got some big ass holes they running through. It ain't like they clogging up the lane. They got holes big enough for me to drive my truck through. And they ain't talking about my Cadillac. Talking about my tractor trailer. Like that. Just like that. You got to stop the run. You just can't let this man run up the middle like it's his house. And that's what's happening. That's just sorry. That man just stood there like his feet was in cement. Instead of attacking the runner, you stand there and try to see which way he gonna go. He ain't got but 2 yards to get there. Oh, he missed the extra point. He doinked the extra point. They got 6 points off a turnover. Now the question is, what you gonna do about it? That's the question. What you gonna do about it? Now, how are you gonna regroup as an offense? Is the question. How are you gonna turn it around? What are you gonna do to help your quarterback out? Are you gonna be able to run the ball, or do y'all want to turn in the towel already? You know what I'm saying? Those are the questions that need to be asked. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of stuff that can be done. So what are you going to do now from this point moving forward? That's the question. You going to play football or you going to give up? What you do? You about this life or you trying to put something on tape? What we doing? That's the question. The question is, what you gonna do now? It's a lot to be done. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot to be done now. So who gonna do it? Who gonna stand up like a big boy and say we ain't giving up? We about this life. We just down 6. You ain't even down a whole touchdown. You just down 6. The only thing you gotta do is put some points on the board. You got to go score. Ain't no stopping the run. They ain't stop shit. You down on the 29. Here we go. Offense coming back out. What they gonna do now? What they gonna do now, Chad? What they gonna do now is the question. They ready? We know they ain't playing toward mile. That's all you need. Run the ball. 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 That should be all you want to do is run the ball. Make them respect the run. The ball batted down. They had a middle screen coming. They blitzing. They turning the blitz up. They turning the blitz up. So you already know what's happening. They turning the blitz up. Third and 7. They know you passing, so you know they coming. All right, he giving you your blocking instruction. There you go, Shedeur. That's how you do that. That's how you do that, Shedeur. Do the doggone thing. It's an escape artist. It's a Houdini. Come in, boy. I gotta go. Go. Houdini up in this thing. That's what I'm talking about. We getting up out of here. Ah, get off me. Get up off me. They pulled up on him. He got him up off him. That's what you need right there. Look at Kevin. He like, yeah, good job. Now you got a timeout. 30-second timeout. Is that what you need? That's how you want them. That's how you want your quarterback resilient like that, able to recover. No panic. Ain't no panic. Just play football. Get in and get out. That's all he got to do. He called a timeout, Jeff. It's about time. You know what I'm saying? It's about time he called a timeout. Damn, D. Bush, they blowing your shit up. I don't know where you coming from with the anti-Semitism stuff. We not playing them cards today. We'll get to them calls when we start talking about y'all president. But not right now. We watching football. See, right there, that's when he should have went outside. You got to go outside when you get done. So Daniel, what's that way down? You know it. But see, the offense is still moving. They made one mistake. Let's see how they gonna fix the mistake. 2nd and 8. Throw the ball to Quinshawn. Get 2. Get the 8. First down. Let's go. That's all you got to do. Matriculate the ball down the field. Because they not going to let him throw deep. They don't want him to throw deep. So he going to take everything underneath. They playing zone. They not going to play man because they know he can beat him deep. So they not going to let him get that off. But that's what he got to do. That's what he got to do. See, that's what I told y'all he needed to do at the beginning of the game. You got to get out when it's time to get out. You got to get out every time they open up. 2nd and 4. Second and 4. Now we got what? 3rd and probably 2. 3rd and 2. Now you got options. Now you can either run the ball or go to play action, or you can just throw the quick pass and get what you need and get off the field. See, we doing what we doing. There you go, Shedeur. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we need doing. That's what, show them your legs, Shedeur. Show them the bottom of your shoes. That's what you need to do all day, every day. That's what he need to do because they didn't think he could run. He got to show them, hey, I get down with the get down. I don't know what y'all talking about. We got us another 1st down. Let go. Back in the red zone on the 20. This when you take your shot. Take your shot. That's what I'm talking about. They're not going to let him beat him deep. They know he can throw the deep ball. So they're not going to leave that back there. We take it, make them take everything underneath. That's right. Every time they leave it open, just give it to him and let him go. Now you put the jumbo in from the 4. Oh. They ain't on right, Jeff. Sometimes you got to pop out and show them. You got to show them fingers. All we know is they need an offensive line. You got your quarterback. You need an O-line. You need an O-line, bro. If you had your O-line, what? Anybody seen him? We know who he is. I ain't gonna call his name. Anybody seen him? Anybody seen him? I ain't seen him in the chat. I'm looking for him. You know who you are, sir. Sir, we looking for you, sir. I know we hope you get in there too, Jab. We trying to get it popping. Shedeur cut his finger. Lord, they didn't put little fingers in the game. They didn't put little fingers in the game. Then they gonna throw the ball with little fingers. They gonna throw the ball with little fingers. Somebody come kick the field goal. Somebody get little body out the game because get little body out the game because he tried to do what Shedeur did and he not fast enough. He tried to do what Shedeur did and he not fast enough. He not got no athleticism to do that. No. Him not big enough boy. We gonna need him to be a bigger boy if he gonna attempt to do what 12 did. But that's what I'm saying. The Bills are playing deep. They not letting Shedeur throw the ball deep. They saying, no, sir, you're not coming down here. You're going to have to throw them little Dylan Gabriel passes if you want to play with us. So we know what you can do, 15, 20 yards. We not giving you that. You're going to have to throw these dink and dunk passes, but them dink and dunks is eating them up right now. You know what I'm saying? Shedeur 10 for 13, got 109 yards. Motherfucking Josh Allen 3 for 3 with 38 yards. This man, James Cook, got 71 yards on 5 carries and a touchdown. I'm gonna need y'all to get better. John Junkins got 35 receiving yards. Shedeur Sanders is once again leading the team in rushing, 35 rushing yards. Devin Bush leading with tackles right now. He have 5. You know, it's Kay Journey is in the building. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Kay? Mama, what's up? Yeah, soon as Dylan Gabriel got in the game, they were like, oh, no, we're not doing this, sir. No, sir. Move. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. We already know he ain't no good. Get his ass back over there on the bench. They moved him, but they didn't know what to do to her. St. Brown is in the house. Feeling like a villain. We good. Oh, yeah, they moved so hard, they ain't even playing with it. What up, brother? They took Shedeur out of pinky finger was me. His pinky finger cut open. His pinky finger was cut wide open. You see Turkey trying to run, he ain't got no athleticism to do what Shedeur did. We saw he ain't. They ain't gonna trade Dylan Gabriel. At the end of the season, they'll keep Dylan Gabriel because they drafted him in the third round. And they'll keep Shedeur, and they already got Deshaun Watson. I don't even know why everybody talking about they need to get a veteran. You got a veteran on the team. That you owe him $40-something million. You think they gonna get rid of him? Why you gonna have two veterans? See, people just be talking outside their neck. I don't know what they be talking about on these y'all on TV. Why they still trying to get Dylan Gabriel in the game? They ain't got no choice but to put him in the game. Look this man wide open. Hell, he dropped the ball. Yes. But he was wide open. He was gone. He was gone. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, son. I don't know why. That was up 17-14 is all I need y'all to know. My Cowboys might be out the playoffs, but we still playing football. Yeah, we suck. Our defense is ass, but it is what it is. I don't know why they keep trying to talk about the Browns need to get a veteran. Lord, they need to make a tackle. They need to make a tackle. Yeah, listen, he coming back. He got to go get his little finger fixed. He got to go get his little finger fixed, and he coming back. He's spinning his pinky finger open. He probably hit it on somebody's helmet. But he should be back. Yeah, I don't know why they keep talking about they need to go get Kirk Cousins or somebody. Why you going, Lord have mercy, y'all need to stop this man from running this football. I don't know why they talking about they need to go get Kirk Cousins and all these other people. Kirk Cousins ain't going to do nothing. Why you going to get Kirk Cousins? You got a veteran on the squad already. You got Deshaun Watson. He ain't going nowhere. He going to be there next year. All this, we need to go get a veteran. You got one. And you pay him a lot of money. Shout out to HEB. You know what I'm saying? Did the defense fall asleep? Yeah, they just can't stop the man from running the ball, Kate. Hey, this man is running the ball like it's his football field. Like this hip hop. Y'all please hit the like button. Hit the thumbs up. Dion is in Cleveland. Let's do a quick. They been pinky up and let him be him. Oh, they couldn't get him back. Defense got to get a stop, though. That's the biggest problem. Defense got to get a stop. Defense got to get a stop. I don't know, Jab, what's wrong with these defense. Look at this man wide open. What's wrong with this defense? These folks getting cooked all over the field. Denzel Ward ain't in the game. Oh, they running the ball straight up the middle, right here, right now. Straight up the middle. I'm telling you. They just do what they want to do. Tell them, okay, right, you need a vet. You got to get a vet on the O-line. They say draft us. She's 5'10", 255. Put me in, coach. Y'all just let this man just run the football like it's all right. Defense is being exposed outside of mile. They're not running the mile side. Everything they run is to that right side. They're not going over there. They're not even running to Miles' side. They ain't been on Miles' side of the field all game. They need to do something about this man. All I'm saying is they need to do something. They up 10. Denzel is out with a calf injury. What's wrong with Denzel? He got 9 calves on y'all. Denzel out with a calf injury. Patricia, you finally come out with a good afternoon tonight. Just got out of church. What's that? Ain't nothing. Watching James Cook run up and down the field like he's Superman, doing what he's doing. No defense, only poodle walkers there. This defense ain't the same defense that was when Dylan Gabriel was playing. Entirely different defense. They ain't even got the same oomph. They ain't stopping nothing. They people just free willing their way up through the middle of the line like it's okay. This man is just off for the races every time he touched the ball. While I was Dylan in the game, Shedeur hurt his pinky. Shedeur split his pinky open, so they gotta take him. They took him to the locker room. They probably sewed it up, put some bandages on him, and say, "Come on, young man, we got to go get it." Yeah, he gonna be back. It's gonna have to be some action though. We need action because we can't deal with Dylan. Dylan is not it. He out there trying to do what Shedeur did, and it ain't working.
Hey, Vince Young. Welcome to Vince Young Steakhouse. A lot of products and everything that.
Ain't nobody studying Vince Young or his steakhouse, even though I've been there a few times. Kevin Durant gonna open his new restaurant here in a couple of months. They ain't going unless they invite. Dylan might come through with a touchdown. Nope. Because they ain't gonna play back like they do with Shedeur. They know Dylan dinking and dunking. So they gonna play Dylan a whole different way. But Shedeur is back. So they'll play Dylan a whole different way than they play Shedeur. Ball on the 40. Shadeezy is back. We got 12 back on the field. They just sold it up, put some tape on it. Here we go. All right. All right, we got 4 yards out of there. It's all right. He gonna spin that thing. He got a little boo-boo. But y'all gonna have to stop James Cook. Cause that man running around like he possessed. 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. We got the 2-minute warning going now. They talking crazy. Guess we'll go see what G. Bush talking about. Y'all know I gotta go visit my partner.
I've never seen him. Well, somebody let me know who this man is. They got to stitch the finger up or glue. Michael Holder, yeah, they got to. I prefer glue.
What's
I
up,
don't
Isaiah?
like doing stitches because that means either you're going to take the stitches without getting numbing, because that means you're not going to be able to feel the pinky on your throwing hand. I don't like nothing that numbs. Now, trust me, I've got shot up millions of times with, whether it's something, and them shots, boy.
We just chilling out in
you could you could fight a grizzly bear. You get one of them shots.
We had the 2-minute warning.
I'd be going to the doctor, like, what is this? What is this elixir? He's like, son, you can't have more than 3 of these. I said, I won't tell if you don't tell. So hopefully glue. We'll see how it affects his throwing. 2,678 people in there. Hit the like button for your boy. Izelle 80, Browns D looking like 1-2-3 Cancun. Man, they might be in Tahiti, Montego Bay, Sandro Pay. Man, it might be even, Spirit Airlines right now. JetBlue.
Browns defense look like it was at Magic City
right
now.
As butter. Tre'Davious White is 27. Really? I didn't even know that. When did they get him? Is he new?
The Browns defense look like the Slippers and Stroke.
Yeah, I sound like a substitute teacher that's running around here telling folks.
Just ass. All right, we back. All right, boys, you gotta get you up out of here. You gotta get you up out of here, G. We back. We're back. Yeah, Dion is at the game now. Dion is in the building. Junkies are hurt. Oh boy, here we go. The offensive line sucked, dog. No, they don't know the plays. They just know they're throwing short because they're taking away everything deep. John Joseph not a great catcher. No, he's not. But Shedeur took some off that ball because he been throwing it too hard and Quishon been juggling the ball. So he didn't throw it as hard as he wanted to. Bill playing dirty now. It looked like clean hit. We gonna see. I think he hit him in the knee, which he shouldn't have done that. That is a dirty play if he hit him in the knee. Well, what they doing, Isaiah, they taking away the deep balls. They taking away anything 10 yards and over. They playing a complete zone. The Bills are playing a complete zone because they know Shedeur can beat them deep. So they're not giving anything deep. Anything 10 yards or better, they're not giving it to them. They playing a 3 deep cover zone and everything. If you want it, you're gonna have to get it in the middle of that zone, which means you're gonna have to layer the ball over 2-3 players and put it exactly in the middle, which might end up as a hospital ball, but it's gonna be 4-5 defenders surrounding you when you catch that ball. That's why he ain't throwing the ball out. Yeah, he can throw it, but if he throw it, it's a moving thing. You gonna get somebody's head took off when he throw that ball out there in the middle of that zone. Like. So he got to throw these short passes across the middle. With Quinshon, that ACL don't. Imagine having 12 in the O-line being this horrible with receivers dropping more than middle. Yeah, his ACL might be gone. Yeah, his ACL might be gone. ACL, PCL, MCL, a lot of CLs up in that knee. You know what I'm saying? So it might, you don't know what it is. It could be a few things. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know. It's one of them though. Hoping it's just a strain or a torn ligament or something like that. But if they're pulling you off the field, that means you can't put no pressure on that leg. That means that knee, and they refuse to show it again. So that means the video showed that it was horrible. It was a bad hit. I can run it back because I'm gonna see what it was. I'm gonna see what it was. Because I get to run it back. I get to see how bad that lick was. That wasn't, the lick wasn't bad. The lick wasn't bad. So I'm okay with that. The lick wasn't a bad lick. It wasn't a dirty lick. He might have just twisted that knee up. You know, he either twisted that knee up or that ankle. Dylan Sampson is still out. So it's See, if you watching the defense, they dropping everything back. Ain't nothing covered. Everything covered. Everything covered. They got everything swallowed up on the outside. Like I told y'all, these offensive plays is ass anyway. Y'all know special teams suck. And they know special teams suck. Yeah, Quinshon Judkins is done. He done run Quinshon into the ground. Yeah, he done. You're right. Now he ain't got nobody to run the ball. Dylan Sampson is out still. All these teams know that the Browns only have one good running back. We ain't got that right now. Running back down. Man down, George. No, they finna start throwing the ball now because they got to get Josh Allen his yard. He trying to get an MVP back to back now. They ain't finna keep running the ball like that. You say Jerome Ford. Yeah, he's still in there. And then they got the little dude that they just brought in. So we'll see. You know, let me take G. Bush real quick. Miles got the sack. Miles got the sack. Yeah, Mason Brown got it. And y'all, they be talking about Shedeur doing all that scrambling like that. Now that's an MVP quarterback. Yeah, Mason. Yeah, Mason Graham got it. You should have let Miles get that. He should have let Miles get that. What they should have done was try to take the ball away from him instead of trying to touch him. They should have been trying to take the ball away from him and score a touchdown. It's a quarterback sneak, people. Oh my God, y'all don't know it's a quarterback sneak. I'm hungry. I am hungry. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy out there though. I'm gonna have to get me something to eat. At halftime, I need to order me something now. I'm in starving like Marvin up in this joint. Who called the timeout? Why you call the timeout? Just take the delay of game. You ain't gonna move no further back. I wouldn't sit in the house because they gonna call a fake punt and everybody gonna be gone and it's gonna be a touchdown. I would let them come. I'd call a fake punt right here. I would have called a fake punt. Lava Dan, he ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. Yeah, he should have. Man, it's gonna be rough in this second half. Yeah, he did bobble that ball a little bit. He did have a little fumble finger. They kick the field goal and get it over with. Just kick the field goal. You at home. Take the 3 points. Why did they? He was at a face mask playing dirt. Or at least it was called, man. Nah, it wasn't but 6 seconds on the clock. They ain't got no timeout. I don't even know why they came in and ran a play. They just should have kicked the field goal. That's all they should have did was kick the field goal. All you had to do. You got what you need. Josh Allen hurt. But they talk about Shedeur with them scrambles, and Josh Allen almost got a safety with his scramble. Allen's shoe is off and he limping, yeah. We see him. See, they talk about Josh running backwards, causing them to get a field goal. Yeah. That was Shedeur. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, big old L's everywhere. Just big L's. Just big L's everywhere. Just big old L's everywhere. Someone call the game and know what they're talking about. Look, Lisa, we trying to do the best that we can. And now we have to watch number 13, the ball handler. Just ass. Special teams is not special. Oh, they specialize. They screw up there. Then watching the Titans come back though. That no, you ain't been nowhere. Y'all ain't winning nothing. What you mean they ain't winning? No, they could be winning. If Quinshon Judkins didn't get hurt, carted off the field, if he would have caught that ball and not let it bounce off his chest for that interception, it might be a tighter game, but they just down 10. There ain't no blowout. If Jackie would have let Miles get his sack, that would have been out the way. Sack record tied. You know, but they Shedeur and hurt his finger. He went in the locker room and got stitches and let little Dylan Gabriel get in there and He got sacked. You know, it's just tightens up on the Chiefs, bruh. The Chiefs ain't going to the playoffs. They don't even care. Doo-doo Brown. Doo-doo Brown. Hey. Oh, y'all got to know about that right there. Y'all don't know nothing about it. You got to be old to know about Luke. Like you should have went home. Look, man. This first half really wasn't that bad. This first half, they was moving the ball. They didn't punt the ball but one time. You know, it wasn't, they punted the ball twice. I'll take that back. They may have 2 points. But all in all, they did pretty good. They was able to move the ball. The Bills are taking all the deep stuff away from people. So they know everything is going to be underneath. The only thing they got to do is crash down and everybody make the tackle. Don't let them get away. That's all they've been doing. Because they know they ain't got no receivers that can get over. You know, and I don't know why Kevin Stefanski ain't switched up the play call, just like I told you. Being able to adapt. It's being able to adapt. You know they playing all the underneath stuff. That's what I'm telling you about putting Jerry Jeudy in the slot. See, if you put Jerry Jeudy in the slot, then you start running slant, you start running them over routes. Now, you got to come out that zone. You got to come out that deep zone. Because now, we hitting you with these quick plays, and he getting 15 yards, 20 yards every time. Then you got to come out here. Now you got to come press up on Jerry, which leaves Harold Fanning Jr. out. Which means Isaiah Bond with a one-on-one on the outside. But these dummies ain't did nothing. You used to be in the club doing the Tootsie Roll snack. Oh, cotton candy sweet and go. Oh, you don't know nothing about that, young. You don't know nothing about it. You don't know nothing about them 69 boy Trick Daddy in them. You don't know nothing about Trick Daddy in them. That's all I'm saying. Let's see what we got going on. Justin Herbert. Cook is good. Okay, Bryce Young, you holding it down. Bryce Young got 107 at halftime. They got to do something with Cook, dog. They can't afford not to score because the defense ain't stopping shit. They singing, Judy won't smile. Wow. Me. You don't know nothing about this Tootsie Roll, Jake. Woohoo! What's up, Sam? I'm telling y'all, man, y'all don't know about the Tootsie Roll. You know about the Miami boy. They're out the counter today. Trick Dad in there. Y'all don't know nothing about Trick Dad in there. All right. We gotta go over here and see what these dumb talking.
Shedeur Sanders, 11 of 16, 103 yards, 6.4 average, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. I wouldn't say that interception is on him. Ball hit Quinshon Judkins. That ball was tipped up in air for an interception. His 81 rating. Shedeur Sanders has also ran the ball 3 carries for 35 yards, which has been a nice surprise in what he's been able to do on the ground with his legs, extend plays, and a designed run on the down in the territory. Now, Shedeur did come out of that football game for a little bit in the second quarter. He had a cut on his hand, looked like his pinky finger. He came back into the football game, had a chance to get some points before the half. After the Browns were able to get the Bills pinned down deep, Josh Allen seemed to come up hobbled on the play. They did punt the football, and there was a face mask penalty, a 15-yard face mask on the Bills, and which moved the ball into their territory, setting up a 48-yard field goal in which the Cleveland Browns could not get the snap down. Borges fumbled the snap, or the hold couldn't get down, and it turned into a busted play. The kick was never attempted, and you go to the halftime 20-10 for the halftime score. You take a look at the Cleveland Browns receiving. Quinshon Judkins had 5 receptions for 29 yards. He also had a couple of nice runs in the run game. One was called back because of holding. He eventually had 8 carries for 22 yards and 5 for 29 in the air. Big news about Quinshon Judkins. Looked to go down with a leg injury. Don't know what it is. Don't want to be specified, but it could be a knee, broken leg, maybe a ligament of some sort. But major issue. It was serious enough that they wouldn't show the replay on television because of the severity of it. So prayers up for Quinshon Judkins, and hopefully he has a speedy recovery. Harold Fannin Jr. did have a touchdown in the first half, 3 receptions for 28 yards to 1 touchdown. Isaiah Bond did not have a catch. Travion Williams caught a screen pass for 18 yards. Jerry Jeudy, 1 catch for 7 yards. And Malachi Corley has 1 reception as well. Let's take a look at some other stats. Let's take a look at the team stats from this football game. Take a look at the team stats. Game leaders, passing leaders, Josh Allen leads the Buffalo Bills. Shedeur Sanders for the Cleveland Browns. We talk about James Cook at 100 yards. Shedeur Sanders leads the Cleveland Browns again in rushing with 35 this week. If that number sticks, that's the 3rd week in a row that Shedeur Sanders will lead your team in rushing. Quinshon Judkins leads in receiving. He's out of this football game. Mason Graham was given credit for a sack on Josh Allen on the goal line when he ran backwards. And Devin Bush has 6 tackles, but a lot of those tackles are downfield, which is not going to help the Cleveland Browns. First downs, 12-12. The Browns offense is given 12 first downs, and six of those come from passing, 5 from rushing. We talked about it before the game. We wanted to see more with Shedeur Sanders and moving the sticks. I thought the first drive he came out and did a really nice job of moving the sticks and keeping his team on the football field. Look at 3rd down conversions, efficiency. The Bills are 1 and 2. The Browns are 4 and 6. Right? Neither team has gone for it on 4th down. The Browns are actually outgaining in terms of total plays, 31-24 over the Bills. They are also comparable. Bills have 197 total yards. The Browns 174. Yards per play, the Bills are averaging 8.2. The Browns 5.6. When you look at it, the damage is being done on the ground. Take a look at the rushing. The Bills have 133 yards already, 16 rushes, 8.3 per attempt. And the Cleveland Browns consistently still, 73 yards, is better than what they were giving you last week. 13 carries for 73 yards, 5.6 per carry. They're going to need to continue to run the ball if they want to continue to stay in this football game. And the Buffalo Bills do get the football back at halftime. So that's a big part of why that missed field goal or not even getting an attempt at field goal was big, because the Bills do get the football back beginning in the second half. Penalties. The Bills have been penalized 4 times for 20 yards. Browns 2 times for 15 yards. Turnovers, there was 1 turnover for the Cleveland Browns. It was the interception when it was bounced in the air. Quinshon Judkins went off his hands. That's the only interception. And time of possession. The Cleveland Browns are doing what they need to do in time of possession. They've had the ball 17 minutes and 19 seconds. And the Buffalo Bills 12-41. So those are your halftime stats. And we'll take a look at what's going on around the rest of the NFL. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. Game is probably in halftime now. This is a snooze fest. The Jets and Giants. Oh, that's a scoring affair. The Jets, the Saints are winning 9-6. Look at another great scoring affair. Patrick Mahomes out of this football game. The Titans, Tennessee Titans up 9-3 at Kansas City. The Vikings and the Giants. The Vikings are winning 13-10. That game's on Fox. Bengals and Dolphins. Dolphins up on the Bengals up on the Dolphins 17-14. And Chargers, Cowboys. Chargers up 21-17 in Dallas. Buccaneers are losing to the Panthers 13-10. And your game here, Cleveland Browns 20-10 are losing at halftime over the Buffalo Bills. Coming up at 4:00, you got the Jaguars versus the Broncos, Steelers versus Lions, and the Raiders and the Texans. So that is your halftime scoreboard. We are back. We'll get to some of your super chats and your thoughts before we get to the second half. Let's go to George Myers. The Browns know Shedeur is their future quarterback. Ex-players know facts. Yeah, I think
that
more than
halftime report was brought to you by G. Bush in the barbershop. We are, oh man, now Bills get the ball back after halftime. And here's the kickoff. And we are on the way with the second half. Big shout out to G. Bush for the halftime report in the barbershop. And I'm still hungry. And I need food. They talking to Kevin Stefanski. No, you have not done a great job in the Y'all can't let this man keep running the ball, getting outside. They got a lower leg injury for Quinshon Judkins, so that's probably an ankle, not a knee. So I feel a lot better that it's not a knee. He probably done for the season, but it's not a knee. So hopefully no surgery is required. He just need to get better. He just need to heal up. What is my son with? Yeah, EJ. We talking about my Cowboys. I'm Brown. Oh, yeah. Well, I got my live stream up, so I got to get off of here. You know what I'm doing. They ain't doing nothing to Shedeur. Shedeur had anything. They ain't doing nothing to him. No. As my son called it, calling to talk trash because the Bills is his team. Now they got a third down stop. That's what I'm talking about. That's what you need. You need a third down stop in order to keep the party going. Get them off the field because you can brew the field goal. You missed your 3 points going out at halftime. So now you can get back. Good job, Laura Dan. Get out of the way. But every play, they're going away from Miles. They're not even running the offense to that side of the field. Everything is away from Miles. The defensive coordinator got to adjust and start blitzing from that other side of the field. If you start blitzing from the left side, that'll stop all that. But see, this is when your halftime adjustments come in play. You say, hey, they're not running toward my side of the field. They ain't doing no running plays that way. They're not doing no passing plays that way. Everything is going to the other side. Everything is going to the right. So now, what we going to do? We going to adjust. This is our halftime adjustments. Everything on the right side. We going to need y'all to hold it down. Everything coming across the middle. He rolling out to the right. They running to the right. Everything they doing is to one side of the field. Some type of adjustments is going to have to be made. We need to send a blitz, a corner blitz from that left side. Don't send the linebacker, send the corner. Send the linebacker, they're going to take your ass up down the middle of the field. Send the cornerback. Question is, will they do it? And they make the adjustment. But you have to see it. I see it, and I'm sitting at home. You're right there looking at it live. So you got to say, okay, we need to shut everything down on this right side, on this left side of the field. Make them run to Miles. Send them that way. They're taking everything, they're not letting him be effective. We need Miles to be effective. But, you know, defensive coordinator, I don't know what they do. I don't know what they see. They don't see what I see. You know what I'm saying? So something has to change in some kind of way. But offense is coming back on the field. You don't have no punch adjustment. So now you got what's the little guy name? The new little guy and the old guy. See what I'm saying? He just said it live on TV. So if he see it, I see it. Why the defensive coordinator don't see it? They're not going toward Miles. They're staying completely away from that side of the field. All they need to do is adjust their defense to how they play an offense. But will the doggone defense coordinator do? You got him, you got Jerome Ford, you still got 2 good running backs. Get Williams out, bring Jerome Ford in there, and let's do it. 3rd down and 1. Let go. You need to make 1st down. You need to matriculate the ball down the field. You got Sanders in the game. Rocket Sanders is his name. There you go, Rocket. Rocket Sanders with the 1st down. with the big boy run, he gets it up the field. That's all you need. I thought he would stop for a minute. But you know, Rocket just turned them legs. You gotta keep trucking. Don't stop them legs moving. What you say, Lisa? Look like the coaching staff is still. Oh yeah, they befuddled. They don't even know what the freak is going on. Know that thing she doing? They're making sure you get them underneath. Tip balls, man. Tip balls. They got the ball on the 25. And Schlesinger once again with the tackle. Schlesinger be all over the place. He be about them tackles now. He ain't playing around with y'all. He going to get that thing. We're getting a report on Josh Allen. They still gonna run the ball. They ain't passing the ball. That's all right. That's good defense. Running back last name is Sanders too. Yeah, that's Rocket Sanders. That's Rocket Sanders. He out of bounds. His heel came down. That is not a toe tap. That is not a toe tap. That's a whole foot. That is not a toe tap. No, that's out of bounds. The back half of his toe on the ball of his foot was out of bounds. So that is not a toe tap. That is out of bounds. Let's run another play. They're going to have to run another play. That is not what they thought it was. And see, that's what they're doing. I told y'all what they're doing. The doggone, how come they can't adjust? I'm waiting on adjustments in this game. Where are the adjustments on this offense? There is no adjustments on the offense, no adjustments on the defense. Something has to change. That was just a good football play, Jab. That was just a good football play. Ain't nothing you can do about that. He tried to check it down because the outside receiver was covered. He should have threw it to the flat, but they might have lost yards right there. He should have just threw the ball away. Only thing he can do is run, pretty much, because everything above 10 yards is covered. I mean, if you just watch the receivers run their routes, they shut down. I mean, they in complete lockdown mode. They ain't even looking like they can get open. They just covered up all the way. So that's why he doing all these Dylan Gabriel passes. You know, he just dropping them off. He ain't doing what he should be doing. He just dropping them off, you know. And why he ain't doing nothing special. He can't go deep because they're not going to let him go deep. And the horrible part about it is the offense is made no adjustment. The offensive coordinator, but this playbook is all Magic City. You know, you got to call that holding on Miles out. You got to call that holding. They holding Miles and Well-Off Media just dropped the video. Coach Prime and Shedeur pregame Browns versus Bills. So when y'all want to check that out, y'all can check that out. They just dropped one. Stop it. That's the second interception. That's a second tip. That's a tip ball. You can't do nothing about a tip ball. You know, that's just good defense. You can do something about play calling, though. You can do something about running different plays. You can run some mesh routes. You can run some underneath routes. You can run some slants. You ain't doing none of that. So don't try to put that up. You can't run nothing but what's called. And what's being called is fucking deep routes. They calling doggone triple mesh routes, levels, concepts. You can't do that. Not the way they play in the game. You got to change what you doing. They're not going to change what they doing until you change what you do. And since you ain't changed, why should they? Because what they doing is working. That's the part right there that you didn't adjust to the defense that they playing. You didn't make them switch up how they playing your offense. Here comes Santino with that old bullcrap. Here he comes. They showing Quinshawn Juggins a bit for Cleveland. And you know who showed up with Quinshawn? Shedeur. Because, you know, charity. That's what they do. Rocket Sanders for folk. That's what they need. Rocket Sanders took the handoff from Shedeur Sanders and was tackled by TJ Sanders. Now, that's what you call a triple Sanders effect. They expect 12 to become Moses or something. Yeah, I'm going to need for them. That's how you do it. Call that blitz out. Rocket Sanders with another folk. Rocket Sanders with FOMO on the carry, so it's 3rd and 2. We running heavy. Let's go. We going fast. We running tempo. Go. Hold the ball, boy. That's what Rocket Sanders run that ball. Rocket Sanders running that ball. They got a face man. Offsides on the defense. Penalty decline. First down. Yeah, he all the way offside. He just like, hey, they go get him. That boy run that rock. That's what I'm talking about. He told that tater. He told the tater. You see this offensive design where everybody on the inside. Corley. You know what I'm talking about. Rocket Sanders finna get the block now. We got the blocking going on. They got over 100 yards rushing as a team. That's what I'm talking about. Now they got over 100 yards rushing as a team. But now you got to put points on the board. Now, 2nd and 7, you got to get the bootleg. You got to get the play action right here. See, look at this offense. You got 2 tight ends lined up in the box. That put everybody in the box. They're not gonna let him throw the ball down the field, dog. Look at the receiver. There's nowhere to go with the football. Shedeur just laying there like, man, I wish y'all would do something. Once I start scrambling, stop looking at me and go get open. Like Rocket Sanders, instead of running parallel with Shedeur, if he'd have ran up the field, Shedeur would have thrown the ball. Because he'd have been wide by himself, with nobody behind him. It's just common sense football. When the quarterback scramble, if you short, you're supposed to go deep. If you deep, you're supposed to come back. If you shallow, you're supposed to run across the field. Come on, man. Everybody know this. You've been doing it since Pop Warner. That's all they doing, making them throw short. That's all they doing is making them throw short. And it's just ridiculous. That's a first down. That's a first down. Tripping. But see, there ain't no offensive adjustment. Ain't no offensive adjustment, dog. We gonna need y'all to make some offensive adjustments. See this trips you got on the right. Why they so close to the line of scrimmage? False start. You need some. Why is your trips right there at the line of scrimmage? That need to be on the outside. Now you got trips on the outside, right there at the line of scrimmage. Everybody in the box. It doesn't open up the field for your quarterback, even if he needs to go. Even if your running back needs to block, he don't know who to block because the blitz could be coming from anybody. Look how close everybody is. Come on, man. You got one receiver out wide. Yeah, because they hitting Shedeur in the leg. The offensive line just getting pushed back into Shedeur's lap. It's just a lot of stuff that just needs to be done. It's just so much stuff that needs to be done. That's all right. It's 3rd and short. That's what he's supposed to do. There go Prime and Carucci. There go Prime and Carucci. Prime and Carucci. Prime and Carucci. Oh yeah, Prime in the building. Ain't no doubt. He ain't got no football going on. They can't do nothing because it's bowl season, so he get to watch the next 2-3 games. And Shedeur, he get to watch next week when Pittsburgh come in, and then they go to Cincinnati. He might go to that one too. Go holler at Joe Burrow now. Come on, Rocket. Come on, Rocket. Rocket Sanders doing what Rocket Sanders do. Rocket Sanders just doing what Rocket Sanders does. You know what I'm saying? Rocket Sanders just over there playing football. That's the first down. That's what you want. You want the first down. You want the first down. Yeah, but I thought I told you Dion was in the building. Yeah, Prime is in the building doing prime time things. You know, we out here. Why you ain't called a bootleg? You gotta call the naked boot. Yeah, he with Carucci. Carucci. You gotta call the naked bootleg now. This is where you need the bootleg. This is a third down? That's what I'm talking about. Third down Cleveland. You got to run the boot, dog. Should have ran the boot. Should have ran the boot. You got to run the boot, dog. You got to run the boot. That's what I'm talking about. They should have ran the boot. Now they got to get a stop. That's what I'm talking about, Jad. Now they got to get a stop. You're going to get them a stop and shut it down. You got to get a stop and do what they do. You know what I'm saying? They get the stop. If they get the stop, it's possible. But now you got to stop the run. You got to make them want to pass the ball. And you got to make them not want to go to the side that Miles ain't on. Because that's where they getting everything. Over there on that left side, on that right side, that's where they going. Every play, they running to that side. They not doing nothing else to the left side because they got a monster over there, and we not going over there to play with y'all. We're not even going to give him a chance. They're not even letting Myles Garrett sniff the quarterback. That's what I'm talking about. Jab say she believes with a $9 super chat. You know what I'm talking about? I believe too, Jack. I think it can happen. I think they can make it happen. Rocket Sanders over there running like he want to be on somebody's team next year. That's what he doing. He putting that tape on. He making sure that tape is solid. I got plenty of run plays today. Me and Quinshawn gone. Oh, we finna get this rock. We finna tote this tater all day long. I gotta get something to eat. I'm hungry. And I don't want to know nothing. Look at Rich. You gotta be protected with that right there. That already. You already know how I get down. It's still some shit. You know what I mean? Hey, I don't wear glasses, so I don't know how y'all feel about that. I got this 2020 happening over here, but the old guy again, I don't know. I be trying to squint it out, you know? Rocket Sanders out there playing like he trying to get a new contract next week. He trying to be on somebody's roster. Oh Lord, special teaming. Don't let the special team start special teaming. Because once they start, it's over with. Y'all know which way they're going. They're going to the right. I'm just saying. If they're going to run the ball, they're going to run the ball over there to the right side. They're not going over there with Myles Garrett. And they still can't stop him. And they know which way they're going. Look at this man. Look at this man. Look at this man. Y'all need to stop, dog. What did I just tell y'all? Let me put my glasses on. Oh, you know what you spell. You spell believe. Didn't I tell y'all which way he was going with the football? They're going over there to the right side. Wherever Myles Garrett ain't, they going that way. They just the special team has special needs. They is very special. Lord, y'all letting Bryce Young just over here doing what he want to do. Jab, you know what you put up there. You put believe. Yeah, they just letting the man do what he want to do. They not running to the left. They not listening to me. They not running to the left side. I'm just saying. Yes. And then one man just beat him in school. I just don't understand. I just don't understand how you can let one man just continually do what he wants to do at all time. Whenever he feel like take the ball and run it up the middle, run it over the right side. You know they're going to the right side. You got to change what you're doing on defense. They haven't changed and no adjustments was made at all. Period. None. They talking about these batted balls by Shedeur, but when the defensive lineman sitting in your lap and you trying to throw the football, what you want to do? The offensive lineman getting pushed right to you. Ain't no distance, ain't no nothing. They just got to do that. They got to pick off a batted ball. They got to pick off a missed ball that bounced off of Jerry Judy's hand. Christian Ducker's hand. You know, you got a couple of balls batted up in there. They just got to do that. That's these pros should have a lot of growing to do as a quarterback. They just want lots to learn. True. But when your offensive line is being pushed back into your passing lane, what? You run the ball to Miles side, Miles make a tackle. They ain't gonna run over there. They keep yapping about a quarterback. They need an O-line wide receivers that can get over. That's what I keep trying to tell them. Y'all worry about a quarterback. You got two good quarterbacks. Next few coaches not much help in terms of personnel. Coaches ain't no help. They ain't made no adjustments. They updated the sack count. Yeah, half a sack away. I don't hear anything about Gore. This Gore will be a lot smoother with a competent O-line. You sure right, Jab. But you know, it is what it is. We've been playing with horrible O-lines since he's been in college. And now in the NFL. How do y'all leave these people wide open? Y'all ain't gonna call these face masks and holding on Miles Garrett. They killing him. Look at this. They don't. Now they going for it on fourth down. This fourth down there. Hey, yeah, they. I just. All right, we got the ball back. We gotta go put points up. Now you gotta go put points up. 23-17. You gotta go put points up. Just take the quick hitches. But see, ain't no adjustments. The offense ain't gonna adjust. They don't know what the hell they're doing. We don't know who calling plays, so we don't even know who the fuss is. Supposed to be Tommy Reese. And how can you not see that sitting in the booth? How can you not see that they sitting back? How can you not tell Jerry Judy, hey, I need you to be here in the slot. Let's change this up. But it depends on who know what routes, on what play. That has something to do with it too. If the wide receivers don't know the other routes, then they gotta throw the ball downfield. I know it's zone coverage, but find Isaiah. Isaiah Bond ain't getting open. You can't get open in that zone. You can't get it open in that zone. They not letting it. Anything behind 10 yards, it's trouble. So he got to take everything under 10 yards. You got to take the 6 yards and the 5-yard route. People ain't, these wide receivers not getting open. And I mean, not getting open at all. That's what I'm saying. That's why they need to change it up. That's why Jerry should have been moved to the slot. Because you ain't got no slant routes. This zone coverage right here, you can go slant routes on it all day. Quick slants. You can throw some quick outs. I be tearing their ass up. I make them get out of that zone. I would make them get out of that zone. They wouldn't be players though. He can't use his speed because he ain't got enough time to throw the ball. There we go. Third down. Antonio missed the block. How you missed the block? It's 1-on-1. That's what I'm saying. They ain't giving them nothing deep. Antonio missed that block. If he'd got that block, it's touchdown. You got a hole. How you not see that hole? How he not see that hole? He got a hole 2 feet to the left of him. There ain't nobody there. It's DB. You just go through it and go. You got 20 yards. You go through that hole. All I'm saying is, come on, dog. That's what I'm talking about. Bird down. Let go. There you go. That's what you need right there. Nah. If you keep running the ball like that, that's gonna make them. That's gonna make them ease off. That's gonna make them ease off all that. That's what I'm talking about. You grind it out. You score a touchdown, you take the lead. We just moving the ball up the field. That's all you doing. You just moving the ball up the field. You ain't in no hurry. You got plenty of time. That's all right. Time for play action. Try Judy again. Man. Now this is where you go play action to that little fade route to Harold Fanning. He ain't got to get in the end zone. But this is where you run the play action. And just drop that thing off. Who at my door? I ain't order no food. Yeah. Why am I double snap? Why am I double snap? Something ain't right with that. Yeah, that was crazy. Why God ain't want these idiots throw the ball in? They can't throw the ball in the end zone. They ain't got no time and ain't nobody open. They got to take what they get. They got to take what they get. They can't do nothing crazy. They got to take what's given to them. You know what I'm saying? They just can't do too much. It's going to take some doing. What you say, Miss Jenkins? You downtown Cleveland. I just got off work and it's rocking down there. Y'all don't celebrating. Send me some. Let me get some. I'm gonna have to come to Cleveland. I'm gonna have to come to Cleveland. I don't want to come to Cleveland. Be cold in Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? All right, Alabama, y'all over there sucking it up. Why Jerry Judy can't get open? He's the number one receiver, and they have shut him down. It ain't them shutting him down. It's the defense that they run. The defense that they running and the offense and the plays that they are calling is shutting Jerry Judy down. Most of these plays on this offense are slow developing plays, for one. They are longer routes that take time to develop. They develop in a progression. See what I'm telling you? This offense is outdated. And this is old ass Steve Young, San Francisco 49ers West Coast offense. This offense is dead. This is the same offense Jerry Rice was going ham in. But you need the receivers in order to go ham. Not only do you need the receivers, you need the playmaker. And you need an offensive line to be able to handle them. Special teaming again. Why is my quality at 480? We at 1080. 4K right here. Y'all doing? This has been the whole game. At this point, they should have made necessary good. They haven't. They ain't. They don't know what the hell they doing. I've been telling y'all that the whole game, though. They don't know what they doing. They should have been adjusted. They ain't adjusted on offense or defense. On either side of the ball. They know which way. Where Miles Garrett at? The play going the other way. Wherever Miles at, the play going the other way. They just need to adjust. They don't. I don't know what they see it on the field, and I don't know how they making these calls, but they haven't done anything. And it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. They squared up on Miles. Nobody's helping. Nobody's helping. And nobody is putting any pressure on Josh Allen. When you got all day to throw the ball, that's what you're supposed to do. You know that defense weak on the backside. Number one corner ain't there. This Ward ain't playing it. So they just pick it on that right side. They're not gonna pick on Steph. Miles the switch side. Wessinger. Miles switch side. You know what I'm saying? Miles switch side. And they tried to go the other way. You know what I'm saying? Miles was on the other side. They tried to switch it up. Fair catch. We need him fair catching every ball. We don't need him mishandling nothing. All right. All right, here we go. Time for a young Shedeur. Time for a young Shedeur. A young Shedeur. A young Shedeur. Oh, I gotta wait on Monday. Terry Killers to get here. That's wild. At this point, they should have made necessary adjustments. If they let it get to the end like this, Shedeur will beat them because his brain kicks into another. Oh, they mess around and let him get him. Oh boy, he got that clutch gene. If he should do something here, he'll solidify the franchise quarterback option. No, he won't, because the Browns are stupid. The Browns are just dumb. As a franchise, when it comes to quarterbacks, the Browns are stupid. They'll get a trade offer for Shedeur in the offseason. And somebody will offer them a first round pick and a second round pick in next year's draft, and they'll take it. I promise you. Because it's an analytic driven team and they view everything as data points. So the most stuff they have, the better they. I'm telling you, Brown's stupid. They gullible. They can be tricked and bamboozled. It's just what they are. It's just who they are. You know what I'm saying? At this point, let's see what they're going to do with this offense. They finally got smart enough to move Miles to the other side, but they figured out they're killing the right side of our offense. So they're running away from Miles, so we need to go the other way. Yeah, because you should see how wide. Watch how wide he run this ball. I don't know what 68 doing out there. He ain't blocking nothing. The offensive lineman out there ain't blocking nothing and nobody. You got offensive linemen in the secondary and they ain't blocking nothing. Third and 10. They know you got to get to the strike. They coming. So call the screen again. You almost got it. Yeah, there you go for it. Why would you not? You ain't got nothing to lose. You went for it on your own 30. You might as well go for it on your own 48. Ain't no long time to hold the ball. Look, 1, 2. Jerry Judy ain't open. Ain't nobody open. What you want to do? Robinson got to do something. Robinson got to do something at that point. Damn left tackle. They got to do something. That's what I'm saying. Now that's open. He could have threw it in the end zone. It was a touchdown. But that man was wide open. Let go. What'd you say? Oh, you coming in here with math questions? What'd you say? How would you measure 4 gallons with only a 5-gallon and a 3-gallon bucket? My damn computer acting up. Oh. My camera went out. Now, that was dumb as hell. I don't know how any of that went away. My computer just did the whole week for some strange reason. Brown's gonna have to do something. All I know is you need this stop. You need this stop. You gotta get this stop. You gotta get this stop. I don't know why my computer shit to bed. Oh, they going for it. They going for it. Cook run the ball on the right side. He wide open. Uh-oh. Football time, ladies and gentlemen. It's football time, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it's football time. It is football time. Is all I'm saying. Y'all ready for this football? Here we go. Here we go. If y'all know Shedeur like I know Shedeur, this gonna be some forced passes down the middle of the field. Oh no, he ain't got to force nothing right now. You ain't got to force nothing right now. That's that clutch gene. That's that clutch gene. Here we go. That's the whole front line. That's the whole front line. Y'all just letting anybody back there. They just let the whole defense in. All I know is they talking greasy over there. See Bush breaking some news. Let's see what he got.
Involved in this situation and where the Cleveland Browns go from here. Ian Rappaport's latest report leads us to believe that the Browns GM will be back in 2026, but a new coaching staff will be most likely be put in place. We talked about this a little bit. We talked about some of the tea leaves and the things that I've read and some of the stuff that I've been talking about, and I've been quite consistent on it. I believe that Andrew Berry won the power struggle. I told people all you needed to know is what you needed to know about Kevin Stefanski is when Joe Flacco was no longer playing. When Joe Flacco got traded and then they bet the farm on Dylan Gabriel, they were able to see what Shedeur Sanders was able to do. That leads me to say, again, that this is something that I've been consistent on. Just reading tea leaves, I got some information a little bit last night before this dropped. So I was not surprised by this in the least bit. I've been consistent from day one. I've always said that when you look at it, the Haslam's do not want to go into a season with another individual as a GM. D. Podesta actually was jettisoned because he started to believe a little more in what the draft class Andrew Berry brought in. And it makes you believe, unlike a lot of people, is they have a high evaluation on Shedeur Sanders. When Shedeur Sanders did what he did and threw for 360 plus yards and was not playing all offseason, was not given any reps, a lot of people in the organization stood up and took notice of that. There's a couple of things. Do you think it's a coincidence that you saw Coach Prime with Jimmy Haslam in the well-off media film where, guys were up at the stadium? They had the whole entourage with them. It wasn't just Prime up there. So a lot of this stuff been leaning to it, and you start to see a lot of people pushing these narratives and a bunch of pushback when obviously this was something that was on the horizon to start with as well. We'll take your comments on that. We got a couple of clips to play as well. We'll get to that, but we want to get your thoughts on this. How do you guys feel about that moving into this football game? It gives me a different perspective. Not that I had a different one, but for a lot of people that wanted to run with the narrative that, Shedeur Sanders, he has to throw for 900 yards these games, or nobody's going to take the position.
Oh. Defense gotta get the ball back. That's what gotta happen. Defense gotta get the ball back. That's exactly what's gotta happen. You need an offensive line. You need one bad. You need one so fast. You need an offensive line bad. You need one really, really, really bad. We even got 2 timeouts. Minute 38. Ain't nothing else he could have done, Jab. Ain't nothing else he could have done. Wasn't much he could do with it because he ain't got nobody blocking. He ain't got nobody blocking for him. You got to have some blocking in order to get the ball off. You got to have receivers that can get open in order to throw it to. Pittsburgh gonna do this all next week. Quarterback sneak. Quarterback sneak. Well, how he gonna use his legs when the pocket is collapsing? Where he gonna go? Where he gonna go? The pocket ain't opening up. It's collapsing. If you're watching the game, then you know what's happening. The quarterback sneak. Straight tush push. It's a straight tush push. And that's ball game, ladies and gentlemen. No, they cannot. No, because they ran everything away from Miles. They ran everything away from Miles. And that's the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. $20-23. That's a good game played. 20-23. Shedeur had 157 yards, 20 for 29, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. He still led the team in rushing. It was just still is what it is. You know, they've done what they've always done. You know what I'm saying? They did better than they normally would have done. It was a good game. I think that punt that they won before, yeah. That field goal missed. If you didn't miss that field goal before halftime, it's a tie ball game. They going in overtime right now. Special teams, of course, screwed up on the field goal kick too, so that's 3-point down the drain. Yeah. And it was what it was. You know, it's 100% a team game. And you have to play as a team. And the Bills did something that nobody has done all season. And on offense and defense, Cleveland didn't adjust. Once again, Shedeur leads the team in rushing. 3 weeks in a row, your quarterback is the leading rusher on your team. That means your offense didn't adjust. Quinshon Judkins busted out a 40-yard run early in the game, but that was called back on a penalty. It's adjustments. It's maneuverability. It's doing better on both sides of the ball. The offense and the defense both played horrible today. The offense didn't play bad. They moved the ball. They did what they wasn't able to do earlier or last week. They was able to matriculate the ball down the field. They was able to get first down. They was able to keep the clock running. They was able to keep the defense on the field. They just wasn't able to put another touchdown in the end zone. They scored 2 touchdowns, 2 field goals. They missed the field goal at halftime. That field goal at halftime ties the game up. But once again, special teams, every week, it's something with them. But I blame this on the offense and the defensive coordinator. Simply because there was no adjustment. In game, halftime, any other time. No adjustments at all. On offense, you see that they're running zone behind the linebackers. They're not giving you nothing deep. They're not going to let you beat nothing deep. Nothing cheap, nothing deep. They didn't adjust. They ran a couple of screens, but where is moving Jerry Judy to the slot? Where are your slants? Where are your quick outs? Where everything, where are your hook routes? Where is any of that? Where is anything across the middle? Nothing. You still running these long-ass, slow-developing plays, knowing that your offensive line can't block. They ain't giving him enough time to throw the ball. And when he's throwing the ball, even if he's throwing it deep, he's getting the ball back. Because why? Because your defense is sitting in his lap. They're pushing your offensive line back into his throw lane. This is all offense and defense. No adjustments, period, at all. In game, on defense. They running to the right side all game long. They're not running to the left. Because Myles Garrett over there. They're not giving him nothing. But you know they running to the right. Every play damn near they run it to the right side of your defense. And yet still, you don't adjust. You're getting beat across the middle of the field. And then they're getting yacked after they catch the ball. What in the hell is your defensive coordinator doing? There were no adjustments on either side of the ball. Offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. Neither one of them did nothing. It's the problem that they know they had. I'm calling it out live. They didn't also call it out on TV and said they running everything to the right side because they're not going to let Myles Garrett affect them. They're running every play away from Myles Garrett, and yet and still, your defensive coordinator did not adjust. Did not change his defense. And you still getting beat across the middle while this man is rolling to the right. What are you doing? Kevin Stefanski can't remain the coach. Not with this playbook. This playbook is Magic City 1.9. Straight ass. This playbook is strokers all over again. All of it. No good. These plays take too long to develop. They running mesh plays, but everybody at the line. You have to have a better playbook. Nothing changed during this game. Your offense, your defense did nothing to adjust to what the Bills were doing. And they did it over and over and over and over again. Nothing happened. I'm watching linemen just miss block. You got a running back running wide open up the field with one offensive lineman and one doggone defender in front of him. And the offensive lineman missed the block completely. It was a touchdown. But you missed the block. Completely whipped the block. touch him. He stopped 7 points. All day, they ran the ball to the right side. James Cook just cooking y'all asses up the right side of the field. Just doing it over and over and over again. There was no adjustment. This is all on the offensive coordinator and the defense coordinator. Yes, Shedeur has some bad passes. Yes, he has some passes batted down. But that's just everything that comes with football. But he wasn't getting cooked on the right side of your defense all day, every day. All day long. They ran the same 4 fucking plays, and they made 20, 30, 40 yards on them every time. That's bad defensive calling. The offensive plays were better, but your offensive plays still suck because they take too long to develop. They have too many players bundled up in one area. You can't get open. If they playing zone on the top end, where are you gonna go when all 3 of your receivers are looking at each other and they just sitting there in a cloud? What are you gonna do? There was no adjustments, period, at all. Never. This has to stop. Somebody got to do something. O-line garbage. D-line can't tackle. Safeties can't tackle. DBs can't tackle. People just running all willy-nilly up and down the doggone field. That's just bad. That's just real bad. How do you expect to win when you can't stop the team from getting off the field? At some point, you got to stop them. At some point, you got to get a takeaway. At some point, your offense ain't doing much. They doing enough. But somebody got to do something. Tennessee beat the brakes out of Kansas City without Patrick Mahomes. And Ward did not go for 9,000 yards. But Cleveland, as a team, was bad. The offense did what they were supposed to do. They were able to move the ball. They were able to put points on the board. The defense just couldn't get a stop when it needed to get a stop. And that was never. Defense, you have to put your offense in a chance to win. That's the way Dallas has been all year. The offense has been putting up points, 30, 40 points on the board. The defense ain't did nothing. This was a very winnable game. But defensive and offensive play calling screwed this game up and messed it all the way up. Wasn't nobody able to do nothing. And that's bad. Play calling, horrible. No adjustment, horrible. They need a better playbook. They need an up-to-date playbook. They need a younger coach. They need a coach that understands football today, not trying to run outdated ass motherfucking Steve Young, Jerry Rice type offense. This offense develops too slow, and you don't have the lineman to block for your quarterback. Your defense can't tackle a potato in a sack. That's bad. Special team can't even get the field goal. That man called the timeout, iced the kicker, and that's exactly what he did. Iced the damn kicker. Couldn't do nothing. Just muffed the whole snap. How? You ain't got but one job. It's all you gotta do. Catch the ball, put it on the ground. You ain't got no other job. Your job is to hold the football when it come out. And you can't do that. Them 3 pointers cost them the game. They missed the point after on their first touchdown, which kept you in the game. They're going to complain. All you're going to hear about is them 3-4 sacks Shedeur took toward the end of the game. But that comes from trying to make a damn play. You can't be mad at that. That comes from trying to make a play when you ain't have been trying to do nothing exciting all game. You ain't trying, but he was trying to win the game. You can't be mad at that. That's just playing football. You ain't got nothing to lose. You're 3-11. Hell, you need to do something. But your receivers can't get up. It's a bad play. Your running back get hurt. You go 2-7. It's bad all the time. You know what I'm saying? The Cleveland Browns, Shedeur Sanders, 20-29, with 157 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Shedeur Sanders also had 49 yards, which led the team in rushing. James Cook had 117 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns on 16 carries. Josh Allen was 12 for 19 for 130 yards. Williams, the running back, led the team this season with 38 yards. Swisher got a sack. Swisher also had 14 tackles. He is a double-digit tackle machine all day, every day. All day, every day. The Browns had 22 first downs. The Bills had 16 first. They had 8 passing rushes and 12 rushing first. They never had that many first downs in there. They was over 1 on 4th down. 3rd down, they was 8 for 14. The Bills were 2 for 8 on 3rd down. Browns ran 64 plays to the Bills, 294 total yards, 10 total drives with an average yard per play of 4.6 yards. The Bills had 5.2 and 134 passes. This was a good football game for Shedeur for the Cleveland Browns. They won in all the major stat categories but the scoreboard. They beat the Bills in total yards. They had 294. The Bills had 259. They even beat them in turnovers. Hell, they had 22 first downs, so they 16 first. 5 penalties for 44 yards. The Bills had 5 for 35. 8 14 on 3rd down. The Bills was 2 for 8. Nobody careered with 4th down. They was 2 for 4 in the red zone. The Bills was 2 for 3. They even won the time of possession, 35-23 to 24-37. The Browns did everything right but win the damn game. And that comes from not freaking adjusting to what the Bills were doing on offense and on defense. They didn't adjust. And that's their fault. Because being able to adjust would have put you in a better position to win this football game. And I blame that on the head coach, the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. It's all their fault. Because if you make a few tweaks, not major, just minor, if you stop them from running right the entire game and send them the other way, you see what happened when Miles went over to the right side of the field. They didn't have no choice but to go there. Schlesinger got that sack. That was an adjustment. But they went right back to what they were doing. Instead of putting Miles right back over there on that right side. That's where he would have lived at the rest of the game. Because your left side is stronger than your right side. So I would have sent him over there. It's a shame we're missing one defensive player due to your entire defense. One defensive player hurt, and your entire defense turns into an Atlanta strip club. Turn into the Gold Club. If you know about the Gold Club in Atlanta, that was the spot. You know what I'm talking about? You're being before it got shut down. You know, turned into Follies on a Saturday night. Just ass all over the place. All I'm saying, 2 adjustments that you could have made them would have changed the way they was playing on offense. When you made that adjustment and sent Miles to that right side, you got a stack. They had to punt the ball. But when they got back on offense, you put Miles right back over there on the left side. You should have sent him back over there. Make them change the way they were playing. Offense can't block, can't hold block, missing block. Just horrible all the way around. And that's on the offense and the defensive court. That was just bad, all the way bad. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how they feel. I don't know if they can. I don't know if they want to fix it. Because at some point, somebody has to be held accountable, and somebody has to say, this is what they were doing, and this is what we should have done. You can't wait till you see it on the tape. You should have seen it then. I saw it. The commentators saw it. I'm sure a few other people saw it. But they didn't do anything about it. That's the problem. No adjustments were made. That's why Kevin Stefanski ass needs to be gone at the end of the season. Because it's on him to make those adjustments and say, hey, this is what I see. This is what happened. This is how we fix it. This is what we need to do. Let's see if this works. But nothing was done. And that's an indictment on Kevin Stefanski and his process and his ability to see what's going on the field, on his ability to manage his team, to put the players in the right places to win this football game. That's all on him. Nobody else but Kevin Stefanski. All I know is shit needs to change, and it needs to change. It needs to change, and it needs to change right now. Let's see what he does. Gotta hear Bushy. It sounds like he over here. It look like he over here cooking.
That's what we're looking for.
Never ever.
The funky bass music. Judy Robinson trash, no evaluation needed. Paul the True Believer again says you can't say anything about Sanders. This is all offensive line. If they continue to play like this, there are no more wins this season. Hey, Earl and G, do you think they would have scored on the 5-yard line in the first half before Shedeur hurt his pinky? I think they would have. I think they would have.
I think they was cooking. By the way, man, you guys, I heard they was booing Dylan Gabriel. Don't boo Dylan Gabriel coming in the game, man. Come on, man. Just don't boo Dylan.
Let
him rock. Let him rock, man.
What in the hell is going on? Worth 72. This guy can't block freaking water. Why is he still playing? Browns
Best
ain't
we
have
got.
no more options.
Best we
Left
got,
tackle
man.
68 need to be replaced or cut immediately. Due illness. Revi, you look at his performance today and last week against the Bears. BW22682. On a positive note, Miles can get the record versus our rivals against Watt, Aaron Rodgers, and potentially stop them from winning the division. Poetic. Yeah, that's the biggest storyline next week. Browns final home game of the regular season, and Myles Garrett gets the opportunity to set the single season sack record against our division rival. That's something to look forward to. Beautifully blessed. Shout out to her. Says running back Sanders seems to have done well this game. Yeah, he really did come in and you know, kind of answered the call when his name was called. Argyle3 says Shedeur was okay. He's average at this point. Paul says again, O-line taking dives, but it's Sanders, right? Shaking my head. And Sly says, I see Baker still good year, bad year quarterback. Shout out to everybody who's seen it in the super chats. Shout out to everybody who tuned in. Don't forget, man, tune in to the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show tomorrow morning live at 11 a.m. for more reactions. For G. Bush, I'm Earl of Pearl. Y'all remember the vibes. Be great, spread love. Remember, being great come with a price.
All right, man.
Oh well, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, them didn't shut it down. Prime and Carucci look weird together. Nah, they look all right. They don't look that bad. But anyway, man, we finna get out of here too. We appreciate everybody for coming out. Y'all know how we get down. We shall be back and drop another one. We might do it again tomorrow night for the Monday night game. 49ers and the Colts. I appreciate y'all for coming out. Y'all know, holler at the CU aunties when you see them. Y'all already know to do that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, appreciate everybody coming out. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace.